welcome back, my viewers. How have you been? I hope you have a great moment, and you and your families. And here again, me and Mrs. Wayaki. For if you can remember, last time we were talking about stress from physiological point of view, and she really walked us through in a very, very understandable way. And here we come back because I know we have talked about stress for quite some time. And no matter how much information we give you, if we do not give you the treatment plan about stress, it will not really come to a completion. So that's why we are here again to kind of wrap up our stress topic by giving you the treatment part of stress. So I want to welcome her, and she can address the treatment part of stress from the physiological point of view, and then we'll continue as we go.
Thank you, Isabella. And again, it would not be good to just tell people about stress and not tell them about the interventions, things that they can do. The good thing about the things that we want to tell you today as you're viewing is these are simple things that you can do when you come into across stressors, or when you feel like you're getting into that stressful mode. And they are easy to do. Anyone can do them, and that is why we felt with Isabella that we really needed to bring them before you. And actually, these are things that you probably maybe do unconsciously without knowing, but now we want you to pay attention to them because they are stress relievers. The first thing, if you remember when we were talking about the causes of how our body reacts to stress, I did mention about biological responses, the way our body will react to stress. And I said, like heart rate, I said your heart rate can go up. I said your blood vessels enlarge and blood flows faster than normal. I said you could get your endocrine system triggered, where you start secreting sweat and becoming sweaty. So one of the things that I would really encourage you to do is something that you could do, like deep breathing. Deep breathing is going to help with regulating your heart rate. Whenever you take a deep breath, it's almost like you're putting a reset into your system, and it's like you're hitting a reset button. So when you take a deep breath and then you exhale slowly, your body kind of regulates itself, and your heart rate can normalize even just with that deep breathing. So usually I would encourage you that when you you get stressed, or you are in that stressful mood, just take a couple of deep breaths, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Or when you think that something will be stressful, you can also do that. You can just get into that habit. I was talking to somebody who did say that she does 10 good deep breaths, deep breathing every day, and it has really, really helped her. Another thing is relaxation. Just relax. Just let be loose and just relax. And also there is a meditation. Meditation is where you go to a calm place, you withdraw. You could just go to a quiet room and just have a quiet moment, and at that point you are able to kind of, just like I said, it's a reset button. And then the exercise has been found to help the body in every way, all round, in terms of when you exercise, you remove the tension in your body, the stress. You release some hormones, some things we call endorphins. They flow, your hormones re-regulate, and they start flowing into the right places. And therefore, exercise has a great impact in causing your body to distress. And of course, before I just give it back to Isabella, don't forget the good nutrition, good hydration, because the more hydrated you are, the more you are eating healthy, then that boosts up your immune system, and you are able to cope with stress adaptively in the right manner than become maladaptive.
Oh, great. That's very important. And as you can hear, those are very normal things, like breathing in and out. This is a common thing. But Mrs. Wayaki mentioned that you have to have deep breath. Maybe before I complete the session, or we complete the session, she will show us, or maybe she will demonstrate to us how we can do that. But then I also want to address how we can deal with stress from different angles. And as you know that mostly I talk about from the social point of view. I want to encourage people to have some social support team, because some of the thing is like you working so hard because you have to pay bills, you have to take care of your parents, you have to do that. So if you have other people in your house, know how to plan with them. You know, I'm going to work 20 hours and you're going to work 15 hours, so we can't combine. That's the importance of social support team. And also you talk to them, you know, have time with them when you're having dinner. Don't just eat by yourself. Come and eat. How was your day? Let us know how to be brief, as Mrs. Wayaki have told us. The other thing is communication. Communicate. I know I speak about communication at Trend, and I talk about it with all my energy, because it's important for me to know, as your support team, what you're going through. Say it. I am stressed at my place of work. I'm stressed at this point. Can somebody else help me? The other thing is how to know how to make decision making. I know I talked about, and if you can go back to my YouTube channels, you can see where I talked about decision making. There's a decision making process that has 7 things that you ought to do. It is important that you go and review that, because if you know how to make decisions, you know your stress level is coming out down, because you arrange this, you know what is done most importantly, and that is something you can do from that point. And also having a to-do list. I talked about to-do list the other day, where you write things and the most with order of importance. So that is very important. So you don't do the rest important thing before the important, then now you're also stressed because the important thing has to be done. The other thing is how to solve problems. You need to understand, how do we solve problems? There's a process for that too, but you also need to know that if you do not know how to solve problems, you need to ask for help professionally. People are there who can help you to do that, and they can help you through time. The last thing I want to mention is self-care. Self-care is a topic I'll be talking about as a topic, because it's very, very important. Sometimes we think about self-care like, oh, I go to shower, I take a shower, I groom, and I go to work. But self-care is more than that, because self-care has to address the holistic being. Then the last, very not least, the emotions. You need to know how to balance our emotions. If our emotions are all way off, we are very, very happy at one moment, the other time you are very sad, you are all over the place. You need to bring them into, into a systematic way of dealing with them. So that's in a nutshell the way we can deal with stress. But I know you can go deep, and you can also contact me or contact Ms. Anne Wayaki, and we can give you more information. It's very, very important that you understand those things. But I'm telling you the truth. If you try the few things we have told you, and you put them, you create a habit. As I should say, somebody just breathe in and out in a deeper way, and it helps. So why not? There are some of them. So as I promised you, Mrs. Wayaki, can you demonstrate to us how you can breathe in and out the way you're telling us? And if you can show me, we can do it together.
Okay, thank you. I think sometimes we learn more when we do a demonstration. There are people who are more visual, other people they learn more through listening. And therefore, I just want to do something that we did. We went to a conference, and it was a motivational speakers conference. And one of the person that was there actually had to make us do a session of, it was kind of, we call it mindfulness, and it's being used a lot to help people reset and distress. And therefore it was a combination of deep breathing and kind of a meditation thing, and also just just bringing yourself to a place where you are aware of what's going on with your body. So when we talk of deep breathing, the very first thing is you have to be relaxed, and I did talk about relaxation. You sit in a position where you make sure that you are seated, you are upright, you are, nothing is really, you are not under stress for anything. And then some people prefer to close their eyes because it is so calming sometimes when you close your eyes. So you could close your eyes, and then you could just even as seated, you could just put your hands up and say and take a deep breath. And exhale out. When we were doing this, actually we would take quite a deep breath, and then before we exhale out, we would pause. And when we are pausing, she would say that let go all your worries. Let go that thing that is troubling you. Make it like, visualize it as a balloon, and it's kind of you're letting it go. So when you pause, it's the time to let go. So when you are exhaling back, then you already are visualizing yourself letting go and coming back with no weight. And the one thing she was encouraging us actually to do that I loved, and I'm doing it now, is to feel yourself as you're seated, very comfortable. Make sure that your feet are on the ground, and when your feet are on the ground, Isabella, you did speak about even like, sometimes we do self-talk. Talk to yourself and say, my feet are on the ground. Even though I'm feeling like things are falling apart, I'm still here. I am still there. And this deep breath that I'm taking, it means I'm still breathing. Therefore, I'm still on. I'm still here. And because of that deep breath, I will fight on. And therefore, you will take a deep breath, talking to yourself and telling yourself those good things. And you take a deep breath and out. And if you take a couple of those deep breaths, actually it is relaxing. It's relaxing. You feel a relaxation that automatically comes and calms you down. And if you don't do these little things that we are encouraging you to do, guess what? Your heart rate cannot be controlled anymore, because now it is racing, because we say that stress can cause your heart rate to go up. You will come back to my office, and at that point, Isabella, you have gone to dysfunction, to disease, and I will put somebody on a medication. We have a medication we call propranolol, or they are called propranolol, and that medication you give. We don't want to get to that point. We want you to do those things that you can do to help, and then you will be good to go before you get to the other side.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I know you are watching me, and you could tell I could not breathe all the way in. I was out before then, but let's make it a habit. As something you do over and over again becomes a habit, and it is not.
And you get better.
And you get better at it. So thank you so much. I hope you will enjoy. You have enjoyed, and I hope you know from this point henceforth how to deal with stress. Thank you so much.